Hello everyone. So this is the third part of electrophilic addition to CC multiple bond. Okay, so in this part our focus will be on regioselectivity of addition to CC multiple bond, and this regioselectivity that we will discuss, that will be based on Markovnikov's rule. So first of all, here we have to know that what is regioisomer, because we are talking about regioselectivity. So regioisomer means there will be same functional group but its position will be different. That is, the region will be different. That is why we call these isomers regioisomers. So for example, here you can see, here we have double bond. Total number of carbon and hydrogen both are same, that is molecular formula same. So these two are isomer to each other. And why these two are isomer to each other? Because the position of this double bond, that is same. So in this case, in the first case, this is terminal, but in this case it is internal. So here double bond position is different, that is why these two compounds are regiomer to each other. Okay. Similarly, for these three compounds, here we have methyl substituents and carbonyl group. Now with respect to this methyl group, the carbonyl position, that is changing. So here it is position 1 and 2, here it is 1 and 3, and here it is 1 and 4. So these three are also examples of regioisomer. Next we will see what is regioselectivity. That is, when there is a probability of formation of two isomers, then one will be formed as a major, another one will be formed as minor. So in this reaction, here we have taken same starting material. So we have taken CH2 double bond, CH3, and combined with HCl. Similar reaction in the second box, but the product is different. So in the first case, what is happening? Here hydrogen is added to this carbon and Cl is added to this carbon. So finally the product that we are getting, Cl is attached to the middle carbon. But if you look at the second box, here Cl is attached to the terminal carbon and hydrogen is attached to the middle carbon. That means now the product that we are getting, here chlorine is at terminal carbon. So this is isopropyl chloride, because this group is isopropyl group, CHMe2. We can also write it in this way, isopropyl chloride, and this is N-propyl chloride because it is linear. Okay, so here which product will be measured? Suppose this is product A, this is product B. Now one of them will be measured, that is regioselectivity. And how we can predict that? We can predict that on the basis of Markovnikov rule. Okay, that's why it is so important. So regioselectivity and Markovnikov rule. So the rule says that the addition of an unsymmetrical moiety, suppose YZ. Now this YZ may be HF, HCl, HBr, HI. So here Y will be H and Z will be the negative part, that is F minus, Cl minus, Br minus or I minus. Okay, similarly if you consider H2SO4, Y will be H plus and Z will be HSO4 minus. For ClOH, Cl is Y plus, HO is Z, and for ICl, as I is less electronegative than chlorine, so it will be I plus and Cl minus. Okay, so depending on electronegativity, we will put positive charge on one atom and negative charge on another atom. Okay, so for this type of unsymmetrical moiety, when it is added to some alkene, and the alkene should be unsymmetrical, otherwise no question of regioselectivity. If the alkene is symmetrical, there is no question of which part that the Y and Z it will be added, because it doesn't matter anything. So it should be unsymmetrical alkene or alkyne. So it will proceed in such a way that the negative part of YZ, negative part means Z, Z is negative part. Let me change the color. So here Z is the negative part, that Z is the negative part, and that will add to carbon which is carrying least number of hydrogen atoms. So this is our unsymmetrical alkene. You can see, because on the left hand side we have alkyl group, but on the right hand side we have two hydrogen. So this carbon, it has least number of hydrogen. Suppose this is number 1 carbon, this is number 2 carbon. So here we have least number of hydrogen. Okay, so that is why this is the negative part, this is the positive part. The negative part that will be added to this 1 carbon, and the positive part that will be added to the carbon which is carrying higher number of hydrogen. Okay, but Is the rule is such that we just have to mark up the rule? No, it is not that. There is specific reason for this. That is why the negative part that is added to that carbon which is carrying less number of hydrogen atom. So there must be some reason. Okay. So what is the reason? Let's take some particular example because this is general. CH3, CH, double bond, CH2. Okay. Suppose this is number 1 carbon, this is number 2 carbon. So two types of addition here it is possible. So suppose we are adding HBr. Okay. So HBr, our H is Y and our Br is Z. So this is the negative part. This is the positive part. Okay. So if H is added to CH, so the first probability is CH2 plus. So here H is added to this carbon. So that is why the positive charge is generated at 2 carbon. This is 2 carbon. This is 1 carbon. Another possibility is CH3. Now the H that will be added to this, that is terminal. So positive charge will be at 1 carbon. This is our 1 carbon. Fine. This is 2. So next Br will be added. So when Br will be added, so this is the negative part that is added. Now see, in the first case, the product that we are getting CH3, CH2, CH2, Br. Okay. And here we are getting CH3, CH, Br, CH3. Right. So suppose this is carbocation A, this is carbocation B. So which carbocation is more stable? This is 1 degree carbocation, this is 2 degree carbocation. Why 1 degree? Because this carbon with which positive charge is associated, it is attached to only 1 carbon. But this carbon carrying the positive charge, it is attached to 2 carbon. So that is why it is 2 degree. So 2 degree carbocation that is more stable than 1 degree. So that is the reason this carbocation will be formed, not this one. So this is the correct, this is the actual product that we will get. Okay. Now see, as we have said that the negative part that will be added to that carbon which is carrying least number of hydrogen atom. So 1 carbon is carrying basically least number of hydrogen atom, right? So that is why here bromine is added to 1 carbon. Okay. So this is actually the reason. It is not that just we have to simply mark it up. Actual reason is here the carbocation is more stable if we are follow this rule. Fine. So next we will see the energy profile diagram. So in the energy profile diagram, this is the starting material, that is CH3, CH, double bond CH2, the same starting material, only difference is here HCl is taken, but actually it doesn't matter anything. So this is our starting material, that is reaction partner. This is alkene and this is the YZ. So H is Y, Cl is Z. Now this side, left hand side is Markovnikov product, energy profile diagram. Right hand side is anti-Markovnikov product, energy profile diagram. So see, when it is anti-Markovnikov, the carbocation is this and here the carbocation is 2 degree. So carbocation when it is 1 degree, then the activation energy, that is del E1, if you compare with the del E1 of these two, obviously this is high. That is the first step is basically carbocation formation, right? And second step, Cl minus addition. So the carbocation formation, that is actually the rate determining step. So that is why you can see del E1 in both cases, it is higher compared to del E2. Del E1 in both cases, it is higher than del E2 because it is activation energy for rate determining step. But if you compare the del E1 for Markovnikov and the del E1 for anti-Markovnikov, del E1, this one, it is less. This one is less. This one is high. Why? Because this carbocation is 2 degree. This carbocation is 1 degree. So this intermediate is more stable. That is why this daily one that will be lesser in value compared to this daily one. So the next daily 2, it is smaller obviously compared to daily 1, but the main focus, our main focus will be on this part, that the Marconic of addition and anti-Marconic of addition. If you compare the daily one, then for Marconic of addition, the activation energy for the rate determining step, that is lesser than the activation energy for the rate determining step of, and also you, I mean to say here the activation energy for the rate determining step of anti-Marconic of addition, that is this value, this is higher compared to the activation energy for the rate determining step of Marconic of addition. Okay, so that's all about the energy profile diagram. So now we have seen Marconic of rule, how to apply it in case of ionic mechanism. But in case of peroxide, that is when peroxide will be present, then the mechanism, it will not be ionic mechanism, then the mechanism will be radical mechanism. Okay, so let's see what happens when there is presence of peroxide. So now we will have to do radical mechanism. Okay, there is peroxide effect on Markovnikov rule, and the rule will be now changed to anti-Markovnikov. Okay, so it is just the opposite rule. So whenever there is any radical, there is some step, that is initiation, then there is propagation. Fine. So the peroxide that we are using, suppose it is ROOR. Now this R group may be CMe3, it may be COPH, etc. So in presence of heat or H nu, there will be cleavage of this bond and 2 RO dot will be produced. Now this RO dot, it will react with HBr, and there will be, that is this H, it will be captured by RO dot, and Br dot will be produced. Now this Br dot, it will take part in propagation. So this bromine, basically bromine dot, it will add to the double bond, forming the most stable radical that is possible. So in the ionic mechanism, what we have seen, first H is added, in the first step H is added, carbocation formation is there, and then the negative part is added. But now it is completely different. Now bromine dot, that is actually the negative part, though we should not say it is a negative part, because negative part we can say only for ionic mechanism. But the negative part for the ionic mechanism, now it is Br dot, that is now adding before. So we will use the same alkene that we have used in case of ionic mechanism. So Br dot will be added. Now Br dot, it may add it at 1 carbon, or it may add it at 2 carbon. Okay. So if it is added at 1 carbon, our radical that will be formed this one, and if it is added at 2 carbon, CH2Br, then radical will be generated here. Now which radical is more stable, that we have to see. So this is 2 degree radical, right? This is 1 degree radical terminal. Now just like carbocation, here also the stability of 2 degree radical, that is more compared to 1 degree. So this is stabler, I mean compared to 1 degree. So here we have the relative stabilities of alkyl radical. So you can see the tertiary radical, that is most stable. Then secondary, that is 3 degree, 2 degree, primary, and then we have methyl radical. So it is just the same logic we have to apply. In case of carbocation, what we do, that higher is the number of alkyl group, more will be the plus I effect. So here also the same explanation will be applicable, because C dot, it is not carbocation, but it is also electron deficient species, because 1 electron is missing. So electron deficient species, and if there is some plus I effect, obviously it will stabilize it. So higher is the amount of plus I effect, higher will be the stability of radical. So these are the relative stabilities of alkyl radical. So if this 2 degree is stable, now the next step is that, what is written here, see, bromine adds to double bond, forming the most stable radical species. So this is the most stable radical species, and then H is abstracted from HBr. Now in the medium there is presence of HBr. This H, it will be added to this CH2 in the form of H dot. So this is a minor product, CH3Br, and here we will get CH3, CH2, CH2Br. So now the main part. This carbon is carrying least number of hydrogen, right? And this carbon is carrying more number of hydrogen. So in Markovnikov rule, what we have seen? That the negative part is added to that carbon which is carrying this number of carbon. But here our major product is that product where Br is added to that carbon which is carrying higher number of hydrogen. Okay, so this is anti-Markovnikov. That is why it is major and this is minor. We can take one more example. Suppose we have Me2C double bond CH2. So first there will be addition of Br dot. I will draw both the possibilities. Me2CBr. So if it is added, suppose this is number 1, this is number 2. So now the radical will be terminal. This is 1 degree. Another possibility is Me2C dot CH2Br. So here it is, this carbon is attached to 3 carbon, 2 Me and 1 carbon. So this is 3 degree. So 3 degree obviously more stable than 1 degree. So as it is more stable, next there will be HBr, more stable. So from this side we will get our major product, Me2CBr CH3. This is minor. And Me2CH CH2Br. This is major. Now look at this 2 carbon. This carbon is carrying at least, actually there is least number of hydrogen we say, but there is no hydrogen. So that is actually the carbon carrying least number of hydrogen. So Br should be added to that part according to Markovnikov. But in the major product, see, bromine is added to 2 carbon, not 1 carbon. So this is another example of anti-Markovnikov. So in presence of peroxide, as Br dot is added first and then H is captured. So that is why here anti-Markovnikov rule is followed. Fine. Next we have a question which is very important. So here we have seen that we are using HBr, HCl, etc. And there are some other options, that is HX, hydrogen halide, among all these hydrogen halide. So these are the possible hydrogen halide, HF, HCl, HBr, HI. Peroxide effect, that is the previous example that we have seen, that is peroxide effect, anti-Markovnikov rule is followed. So this effect is observed only for HBr but not for HF, HCl or HI. Now what is the reason? First of all, there are 2 steps. Okay, what we have seen in the previous case. First step is bromine addition. First step is addition of bromine and the second step is hydrogen is abstracted. Okay, so here we will see the same thing. So this is the first step, number 1 step. This is number 2 step. So in the first step, X dot will be added. Now X dot may be F dot, Cl dot, Br dot, whatever it is. And in the second part, this H will be captured. Okay. So in the first step and second step, we will see which step is exothermic and endothermic. If it is exothermic, then the reaction rate will be high. So in case of HF, you can see first step is highly exothermic, but this is highly endothermic. In case of HCl, again first step is exothermic, this is endothermic. Positive step exo, endo. Okay. In case of HI also, this is very slightly endothermic, but still it is endothermic. This is exothermic. But only in case of HBr, both the steps, see, it is negative. So this is exo, this is also exo. So that is the reason that peroxide effect it is observed only for HBr, because both the steps, the first step is addition of Br dot, addition of X dot, and the second step is capture of hydrogen from HX. So this is the reason that both steps here exothermic, that is why peroxide effect is observed only for HBr. The last slide of today's section is alene undergo addition reaction in accordance to Markovnikov rule or anti-Markovnikov rule? That is the question. So we will try to see the answer here. So this is our alene structure. Fine, we have numbered here 3, 2, 1. We know that here p orbital for 3 carbon, 2 carbon, this is in one plane. So that is why I have used green color here. And for the 2 carbon and 1 carbon, there is another p orbital plane. So this plane and this plane, there is 90 degree gap. 90 degree angle. First we will see attack at one position. Now see, this carbon is actually carrying least number of hydrogen. So if our negative part is added to this carbon, then that will be Markovnikov product. That is the negative part Cl minus if it is attack at middle carbon, that is 2 carbon, which is carrying least number of hydrogen, that will be Markovnikov. And if it is added at 1 carbon or 3 carbon, because 1 and 3 both are equivalent, then we will call it anti-Markovnikov. So when it is one attack means H of HCl, the H will be added first. So one attack means CH2 that will capture the hydrogen. So positive charge will be here. So this is actually vinyl carbocation. Then Cl minus is added. So this product is Markovnikov obviously, because least number of carbon is 2 and the negative part is added to that carbon. Next we will see 2 attack. So if it is 2 attack, now the H of HCl, it will be added to the middle carbon. See, this is the hydrogen which is coming from HCl. So the positive charge, it is now terminal. Now this is allylic radical which is very stable. Allylic carbocation which is very stable. Why? Because there is a chance of resonance. So this type of resonance is possible. Now the positive charge is on the left hand side carbon. And now the Cl minus, both these are actually equivalent structure. Cl minus, it can be attached to this carbocation. And finally we are getting B. So this is anti-Markovnikov product, right? Now the question is, if we consider the allylic carbocation stability, because vinyl carbocation, the positive charge is directly on double bonded carbon, which is less stable, because this carbon having more electronegativity compared to this carbon, so it will destabilize. That is vinyl carbocation compared to allylic carbocation, it is less stable. But that is according to that explanation, anti-Markovnikov product should be the major product. Markovnikov should be less minor product. But actually the case is not so, because for this resonance to occur, that is from 1 to 2, if we want the resonance to occur, it requires 90 degree rotation. 90 degree rotation means here after the addition of first hydrogen, see, compare, this is the structure, this is structure 1. So this hydrogen is added from HCl. So this p orbital, now it is no longer present. But the p orbital at this carbon which is vacant, and this is carbocation actually, vacant p orbital. So there is already resonance taking place between these two green orbitals. Now if the resonance is to take place, that is if this double bond is to be shifted here, then the positive charge, it will be on this carbon. This blue vacant p orbital, it must come to the same plane, that is the plane of 3 and 2. Because one carbon, its p orbital, it is not in same plane. There is 90 degree angle. So there will be some rotation required, 90 degree rotation required. After that there will be, see here positive charge is written outside, because it is that structure where the resonance is just taking place. And these 3 orbitals all are in same plane. So this rotation, it will take some time. It will take some time. So that is the problem here, that though it is giving us the allylic carbocation more stable, but this resonance, that is the actual reason for which we are saying that allylic carbocation is stable. For resonance to occur, this time we have to provide, otherwise resonance will not take place. And if resonance is not taking place, then no question of stability. And that is why though anti-Markovnikov product may be the major product, but actually it will not be major product. A is Markovnikov and that is major. So though vinyl carbocation, that is this intermediate, is not so stable, but still it will lead to the major product, which is A. So A is Markovnikov product, B is anti-Markovnikov product, and the question is alene undergo addition reaction in accordance to Markovnikov or anti-Markovnikov. The answer will be it will follow Markovnikov, not anti-Markovnikov. Okay, so that's all about this video. If you find it helpful, please like, share and subscribe. I'll meet you in the next video with some problems based on Markovnikov rule. Thank you for your time.